Hi, welcome. My name's Sue and this is Sue Marie P. Today I'm going to share an oaty seed loaf. My mother in Australia sent me this recipe to try, and so I dedicate this recipe to my mother and thank you for sending it to me. I don't know the source, but I thought I'd share this yeast-free, flourless oat bread, and it's got lots of seeds. I've had to tweak it a little bit because I don't have some of the ingredients, but let's get started. I'm not going to use my stand mixer today. I'm just using a big bowl and a wooden spoon and a whisk and a spatula. That's it. So what goes into this recipe is porridge oats. So it's 300 grams or 3 cups. They say organic rolled porridge oats. I just had regular porridge oats. If gluten-free is important to you, make sure you buy gluten-free porridge oats. And then there's a whole lot of seeds. We've got sesame seeds. So I'm just going to follow the notes here. 80 grams or half a cup of sesame seeds and 60 grams of chia seeds. I've run out of chia seeds, so what I've done is I'm adding extra pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. So this is, instead of the chia seeds, that's 60 grams of sunflower and pumpkin. Or the next ingredient is psyllium husks. I don't have those, but I had ground flax seeds, so I'm adding ground flax seeds, so half a cup or 40 grams. And then there's pumpkin seeds or pepitas. So there's half a cup or 70 grams. And some sunflower kernels, 60 grams or a half a cup. We've done the sesame seeds, a tablespoon of flax seeds or linseeds. I've got the dark brown ones, 1 tablespoon. Teaspoon of salt. A teaspoon of baking powder. Once again, if you need gluten-free baking powder, make sure you buy that. And I'm just going to whisk that together, just make sure everything's combined with my whisk. Whoops, throwing the seeds everywhere. You can do it on the stand mixer if you like, but because this is a no-knead kind of simple mixture, I just thought if we mix it here, it'll just be easier. We need to put a tablespoon of maple syrup. I'm going to stir that into the warm water. So I've got 500 mils or 2 cups of warm water. And all I do is I do filtered water from my filter jug and then add about 100 mils of boiled kettle water. And that tends to be a good measure of kind of a lukewarm temperature. So mix all that together. Grab a big spoon. It's probably easier than doing it with your hand. And then we just stir all this together. I want to share a few bread recipes with you that were yeast-free. I tend to make so many breads with yeast that I thought, oh, it'd be so fantastic if I could do a few recipes that don't have yeast. Now this mixture's quite sloppy at the moment, and it says let's stand for a few minutes. So what I'm going to do, I'm just patting it all down. Maybe I'll give it one more stir. It's also a good thing to preheat your oven. So you probably need to preheat your oven 20 minutes before you need it, and we need to put it on 180 degrees Celsius, fan forced, or that's 200 without a fan, and 350 Fahrenheit, and that would be about 370 without a fan. Let's wait till our oven's hot. We've got about 10 more minutes. So I'm going to sit this here for 10 minutes. Sit here for 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, just depending on how quick or in hurry you are. And while we're waiting for that and our oven, we're going to prepare our loaf tin. So I've just got a small loaf tin here, and I'm going to grease it. I love using this brand of shortening here in the UK called Trix. So I just grab a little bit of paper towel, or you can use butter. I just find this is less expensive than butter, and I just grease all the sides with it, and everything seems to come out really well with this Trix. And then I've got a piece of baking paper, and I'm just going to pop it on the base and the sides. I don't think it needs to be on the ends. All my other breads I do like that, so hopefully this will turn out like that as well. So our oven's almost heated up, and I'm going to pour all my mixture into my prepared baking tin. A little handy tip, if your paper is being annoying, just grab a little bulldog clip and clip it to one side. I'll remove that clip now because I don't need it. I'm just flattening it down with my spatula. So this has got a 2-step baking process. So the first baking we're going to do for 30 minutes in the oven, and the oven is hot now. So I do the first bake And then we need to bring it out, flip it over and bake it for another 30 or 40 minutes. The 30-minute timer went off, so I'm just going to grab it out of the oven. But the next step is I need to flip it out of the tin, flick it upside down on my baking tray here, swivel it around, and I've just popped another sheet of baking paper down there, and I need to bake it for another 30 to 40 minutes. I'll pop the timer on for 30 minutes and we'll keep an eye on it. So we're back with our oaty seed bread, and it's all cooked and out of the oven, but I need to let it completely cool before I cut it open and do a taste test. Because it's almost the end of my day, I'm just gonna rest it overnight, and then I'll come back tomorrow and cut it up and we'll do a taste test together. So we're back here with our seeded oaty bread, and I've just started cutting into it. So I'll cut a slice. And I tasted some off camera because when I cut into it, I was a bit skeptical. So it is a little bit crumbly because of the oat and all the seeds, but I toasted a slice, so it's a little bit gummy and definitely not fluffy and light, but it tastes amazing. So I'm going to pop this into the toaster and then I'm going to come closer and show you. So I'm just putting some butter on it. So I've just put some melted butter on it and I'll come closer. So I was going to put avocado on it, but they weren't ripe enough. This would be delicious for breakfast with avocado or eggs or some beans. So the end bit crumbled a little bit, but let me just taste it. The texture is amazing. All the seeds are really delicious. I would liken it between like a really healthy bread and a cracker. It's got that flavour. If you're after a healthy style bread, not necessarily for sandwiches, try this. It's really delicious. It lasts in the fridge for about a week in a container. Makes about 13 slices. Thanks, Mum. This is great. Don't forget, hit thumbs up, share it with a friend. I'll finish my mouthful. Don't forget, subscribe if you're new here today. And stick around because I'll pop a few of my other really popular bread recipes above. And once again, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.